Boom.
All right.
Is this a 16 by 9 or 4 by 3?
I think this is. Hold on.
Like widescreen or?
I'm 1280 by 720, so that's 16 by 9.
Okay.
Is it me or is the game audio super quiet?
Could be. I don't know.
I think it's just me. Hold on.
The BGM is usually pretty quiet.
Okay, no, it was me.
Nice one. Yeah. Oh god, please let me stop yawning for my run.
Council mittens, can you like see the run control thing? Can you like change that? Because whenever I try change it, it just
Yeah.
doesn't.
Yeah, I can change that.
Just so the text is right on the overlay. I like tried dragging the stuff and it just was like not happening.
Where'd you move the run to?
It was down. Rabi-Ribi was like down the bottom there. Yeah. I like got it up kind of just by like inching it. It's near the bottom though. There, you just went past it. Up a bit. Down a bit. There you go. Oh, it's like nearly there. Alright, we did it.
Man, now I'm yawning.
No, it's my fault.
Okay, yeah, so that should be good. So, let's move everyone to the other channel.
Alright.
Grand.
Right, so you guys are going to be going live in 3, 2. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Yep.
Okay, you'll be going live in 3, 2, 1.
Alright.
And then just give me a countdown when you want to start
Alright.
the timer.
All right.
Just make sure I'm good. Okay. Alright. I think I'm ready.
Okay, whenever you're ready.
Blue, you good?
I am ready.
Alright, then in 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, just put on the costume real quick. Most important part.
You're right.
Alright, well, welcome to Rabi-Ribi, everyone.
Hello.
Welcome to the game where you are a bunny and you jump.
You
That's-
jump a lot.
That's really all there is about this game, so if you see anything else, just look away and, like, don't bother.
There's really nothing else to do in this game but jump.
We
and
didn't.
get hit and swing your hammer.
No, we didn't just get a hammer. You didn't see that? Oh. I am not whacking enemies.
So he wants to be hitting a bunch of enemies to unlock different attacks that he's going to use against different bosses. And what he's doing right now, he's dropping a lot every time he jumps. the quickest way to move around right now until it gets a few different items. The first boss, Coco, she dies very quickly.
Yeah, Coco is not that strong yet.
Picked up the carrot bomb, very important item. Lets you blow stuff up. Explosive bunny.
Something rare happened actually. I just missed carrot bomb level 1. Normally I would get it right there. Because hammer is not the only thing that has a level. Carrot bombs also has a level. And the upcoming boss, Ribbon, also has levels.
Right, you have a partner in this game, and this is the fight. This fight is very hard. Nice, good fight.
Yeah, Ribbon fight is not very hard because of like difficulty or anything, but there's a specific trick you want to do in the fight. So that you would end the fight one screen further to the right where you would normally be at. It saves like a little bit of time. And that trick actually requires you to end the fight in a very specific way. That's the hard
And if you
part.
mess up the fight, she'll just fly away from you and waste a bunch of time.
Yep, that's my favorite part.
Bunny on the beach, taking a stroll.
Yeah, lots of very friendly areas here. You know, we got a hammer, it's probably just like a rubber mallet or something. No actual enemies were harmed during the making of this game.
Right. Bunnies are safe, don't worry. So you'll notice at the top, it shows the item percent. So basically, you know, it's 100%. So he wants to get that to 100%.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Right. And here's very hard boss, Ashley. She's very random. And that was the best possible fight you could get.
That was actually the best RNG, yeah.
She can do a bunch of different attacks and you have no control over it.
Thankfully there, she actually didn't do an attack, she gave us an extra jump, and the extra jump is the thing that causes you the least time lost. She could do an attack that lasts like 5 seconds, and it's terrible and awful.
Yep.
I hope my PS4 controller is coming in through my mic so you can just hear me mashing away and doing these quick drops.
Yeah, don't worry. Loud and clear.
Ah, perfect. Love it. Alright. Finally reached chapter 1.
Right, so
Okay, so I actually just messed up there. I put on the
What?
succubus costume and I forgot to put back on the Noah costume.
you absolutely did not mess up.
No, I messed up. You know I messed up.
That was perfect. I'm glad you did that.
Oh, damn it. I swear I'll put the Noah costume back soon. Dude, I don't like this costume. I don't know why.
I love this. I like the Noah costume, but this costume, come on.
Well, it's because I love like the cut-in thing, but I don't love
Right.
the sprite.
So here's Kotri. She has 3 different forms. This is her first one. Pretty standard fight.
Yeah, Kodri is easy. I didn't
Hey,
know the
you'll
degens.
notice sometimes he'll skip over some items. It's because he wants to keep his item percent at the top under a certain amount. So when you get over 5% and 10%, bosses get a significant health boost. So we're skipping some items to keep that low because there's a bunch of things he wants to do before he starts collecting a bunch of things.
Missed it. The Cosmo Jump.
That's the Cosmo Jump. I've only gotten that once.
I do it all the time, and like I usually get it, but no one else goes for it for some reason.
I can never get it. I don't understand it. Oh, here's Rita. Also a pretty easy boss.
It's 5 a.m. Dude, if you're up at 5 a.m., you are degeneracy yourself.
5 a.m. and you're watching a game about bunnies? Yeah, 100% degenerate.
There's anything pure about this? It's the bunny itself.
Speaking of degeneracy, Sassini.
I don't think that's degeneracy, but sure, we'll go with it.
I don't know. Scientist who doesn't wear pants, kind of degenerate. I don't know. That's just me.
I think that's just you. Alright, we're good. I put on no costume.
Man, run ruined. Reset.
Finally, we're back.
So, coming up's a glitch called alias save glitch. So basically, he wants to kill this boss and he's standing in a certain spot. And when he does that, it'll trigger an autosave. And when he loads that autosave, it'll put him into the third stage of this. Normally, you don't get to come here until you fight, until it's, what is it, chapter 3?
It's chapter 4.
Yeah, chapter 4. This is the third fight for Alias.
Yes,
So it lets you skip through all of that, save some time.
yeah, you would not be able to fight this boss until chapter 4, which requires 7 time members. But we're here a little bit early.
This boss right here, you can't kill her, so you just drop carrot bombs on her to level up. Makes them much faster.
Yeah, carrot bomb levels are actually pretty important because we're going to be using them a lot, so we can get a lot of items. And we want them, like, because regular carrot bombs just take like 5 seconds to explode or something. It's atrocious.
Yeah, not good.
It's another that fastest.
Yeah, as you can see, they blow up way faster.
I actually just got ASG3 there. So Alias save glitch is actually doable on all Alias fights. And I got it on the first fight to go to the third fight. But you can get it on the third fight as well.
What happens if you load it on the third fight?
You kind of get stuck.
Nice.
Well, you would just be in Warp Destination with like no way out.
Right.
Unless you're in like an older version of the game, then you can glitch your way into the final area of the game. See the 80% run for this game.
I've seen it. It's pretty good.
It's very good and short.
So we picked up a pretty cool item called Bunny Roll. It's an attack that you can do mid-air. It's also a useful item for movement.
You just bounce off enemies with it. It's fantastic.
It's actually used later on for a great trick.
Very
We'll be
easy.
talking about that later.
Very easy trick.
Pretty easy.
Definitely not like stupid.
Not at all.
No.
Should get it first try.
Yeah. No questions.
So, entering the lab, gotta find the computer at the bottom, and he also gets another important item here.
Should I try going across the 2 platforms instead of the other way around?
I don't know. You could try it.
Too
I
late.
think it's a little bit faster. Whatever.
Yeah, too late. I'm already gone.
Oh yeah, also, even though this is 100%, he doesn't collect all of the Easter eggs because that doesn't affect your item percentage at all. So they're mostly just grabbed for money. Also, he picked up Slide right there. So it's another really good movement item.
Yeah, we're gonna be using Slide a lot from now on.
It gives you access to a lot of items.
Oh, bad energy.
Oh,
Okay.
this is, yeah,
That's fine.
pretty bad RNG. It's the worst thing this guy can do. You can do a zip by hitting this guy when he's sliding at you inside that hole. Just go through the wall.
Yeah, there's a lot of zips in this game. You'll be seeing a lot of them. And this is the first one. Rainbow made? Okay, there we go.
Oh. What's going on? Okay.
I don't actually know why, like, I don't know what happened there. Must have missed a couple pellets. Everyone's favorite boss. Dude, I love Rainbow
Yeah.
Maid.
She's very colorful.
If she wasn't, I'd be worried.
Here's a little cool trick you can do. If you time your slide jump right, you can go into little holes like that, like you're not from the other side, you're not able to do normally. And just pick up wall jump. Self-explanatory item.
Yeah, we could wall jump before, but now we can wall jump even more. The regular, like the basic wall jump you get when starting the game is not something the game tells you
Yeah.
that you can do. It's kind of like Super Metroid wall jump.
You just jump facing away from a wall, go towards it, and then you can do a wall jump. But now, just do it normally. Here's Coco Cave.
Everyone's
Pretty
least
good
favorite
place.
area.
I don't know, it's pretty good.
I don't know, man. I'm not a big fan. Coco Cave is just an area with like so many enemies.
It's very hard to move around in here with the items that he has right now.
Yeah, if I got air dashed, then like this would not even be anywhere near as hard as this. But we're not getting air dash right away.
So the item he picked up right there is a charge ring. It lets him charge up Ribbon for an even stronger shot. It's a pretty good item.
Here's my favorite boss.
Coco 2.
Coco's back, stronger than ever.
So yeah, sometimes you'll see him fight the same boss more than once. That's because some bosses you have to fight them more than once to actually recruit them.
Not a big fan of how that fight turned out. Normally you wouldn't see her cut in. Cut in is like the special attack of a boss or yourself. And the cut in itself takes 2 seconds, so if you can skip it, usually that's pretty good.
Yeah, cut-ins are pretty annoying to watch. There's a couple that you have no choice, but for the most part you can skip them. Here's a first pretty important zip. It's the Forgotten Cave 2. This is a post-game area, so with that little slide zip you can get right in there.
Yeah, normally you wouldn't get in
And
here
this-
until chapter 6.
This is the biggest reason why he wanted to keep his item percent under 10%, because as you can see, everything in here just dies really quickly.
Yeah, if I was over 10% right now, all these bosses would actually take like twice as long. That's really just the only reason we went a standard 10% in the early game, and we skipped a lot of items for that. So
Yeah,
as soon
having
as-
over 10% here just takes so much longer. Saves minutes.
So as soon as we're out of here, you're gonna see us pick up a lot more items. Yeah, I know, right?
Oh.
Low percent boss rush is like, it's so relaxing. Oh god, no, no.
Oh.
We're fine. That guy hurts. That guy hurt a lot more than I thought he would.
125 damage.
I still have, dude, I still have band skill. Okay, there we go.
Yeah, each boss in here can inflict different status effects on you, and it's pretty bad. Getting it in here really sucks.
Yeah, well, low percent is the thing where bosses have less HP, but we also have less HP.
Glass bunny.
Yep. Where am I going? Where am I going? Where am I going? Over here. We're going a lot of places, so sometimes I will forget where I'm supposed to go.
I'll go into this shop, get a few items here.
A lot of attack ups as well. More powerful bunny. Alright, now it's time to go get that item that we skipped on early on that I really, really like.
Rabi slippers.
I love Rabi slippers, dude.
You don't ever realize how much you miss them until you don't have them.
Removing Rabi slippers from the early game route is probably the most recent, like, change we've had to the route. Well,
Yeah.
the most recent major change anyways. And now I just really miss them and I wish we were back.
Yeah, that lab is painful without slippers. Such a simple item too, all they do is make you jump higher.
That higher jump is so good. I didn't get the nice bunny aura.
Those flowers are weird. I don't understand. Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't.
No, that's because... No, actually, it would be like way too long to explain this. But essentially, like, the game only runs like 60 FPS. And so, depending on your speed, you're going to be like different Y positions. And if you're too close to the ground when you hit the flower, then you're not going to bounce.
Huh. Well, you're right. That is a lot to explain.
Yeah. You can just touch the flower at different heights. And if you hit an enemy with a bunny whirl where you're close to the ground, it's not going to work.
So we went directly from the park to Sky High Bridge. The zip is really nice because it lets you start from the bottom and work your way up. Normally you start from a bit higher up and it would be pretty annoying to go down and then go back up.
Yeah, Sky High, Castle. Castle? Was it Castle?
Bridge.
Bridge, okay.
Castle works too. It's basically a castle.
It's kind of an annoying area if you want to get all the items in it. So that zip definitely does make things a lot easier for all parties involved. Dude, my movement is so not on point.
That's alright. Movement's hard.
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, from now on, Sky High Castle. It's no longer a bridge. Yeah, Yeah, so if you like this area, well, I'm sorry, this is the only time you're gonna see this area.
Man, disappointing.
Yeah,
Not really.
we used to go here twice in older routes, but some more recent changes, we just have slide when we go here, so we can just give everything and never come back. Sky High Castle Bridge, oh no.
So coming up is Vanilla, one of the two cat sisters, and you'll see him. Oh, wait, yeah, you'll see him. No, yeah, okay, yeah. So he'll pause and equip a badge in the middle of a fight. That So when you equip badges in this game, the boss's level increases by a decent amount, so it gives them a lot more health. But if you do it in the middle of a fight within the first 5 seconds, it increases their level and their max HP, but it doesn't increase their current HP. So it's best to equip badges in the middle of boss fight so they don't get a ton of extra health.
Yeah, and Titrate is a badge that we really like. It reduces our defense for a significant attack boost instead. Which, I mean, glass
Who
cannon,
needs
baby.
defense? It's casual.
Yeah, this is the casual difficulty speedrun, which means that everything is just ridiculously easy. So we can go even faster than previously thought. Scientists said we couldn't go this fast, and we said no, we can.
Bunny science.
I love bunny science. We're gonna talk about parallel universes. I'll take that as a no.
Right. Parallel universes. I know nothing about them.
Perfect. I know everything about them, except nothing.
I am not a bunny scientist.
All you need to know is that there are parallel universes in this game. How's it going, Panacoic?
Normally, Kotri's in the air when she does this attack, but if you hit her with... there's a few different things you can hit her with to stop her from staying in the air, but just use an up drill to keep her down.
Yeah, normally when she jumps up, then she would stay up in the air flying afterwards. Dude, you would think this is Super Mario 64, but surprisingly enough, this is still a Bun game. There are parallel universes in Bun game. It's kind of crazy when you think about it.
This game has everything if you think about it.
Yeah, it has a lot of glitches. Well, they've been patched, but we could bring out older versions of the game if we really wanted to. Because the developer of this game was nice enough to leave older versions of the game for us.
What a good guy.
I love Gamer. Shoutouts to Gamer UI, the developer of this game. He's so kind to us. I need to stop charging. There's no enemies here.
I do that. Well, I just charge all the time for no reason.
It's a bad habit, hurts my finger. I need a Cocoa Bomb.
Cocoa bombs are pretty good. They might help a little bit.
Oh yeah, while we were in Sky Island Town, we actually picked up Air Dash. And Air Dash...
The
Yes.
quickest item in the game. Lets you go really fast.
Yeah, you're gonna be seeing us use Air Dash to go pretty much like... anything movement related is gonna be Air Dash now. Just some sounds for you. There you go.
Good sounds.
Love sounds.
So what he's doing here with these, why he goes into the menu and goes to the load screen, is because when you go into a mini boss fight and you scroll to a file in your load screen, anything 4 and under, I don't know what it exactly does, but basically it makes you skip the boss fight whenever you kill one of them. You can do it on basically any mini boss. I think there's only 2 that it doesn't work on. Anything that has 2 or more enemies, you can do it on.
I believe the actual reason is the memory values for the number of mini bosses defeated and the Y scroll position in the load menu are the exact same memory position.
Huh.
So going into the load menu at any time just messes up the mini boss defeated count.
Oh boy, here it comes.
Yep, it's time for my second favorite trick. I nearly forgot about my favorite trick.
The easiest trick in the game.
Yeah, it's really easy, but sometimes, you know, stuff happens. Let's see how long it takes me to get this.
It shouldn't take very long. Maybe 10 seconds? I'm thinking 10 seconds.
Yeah, we're gonna see. Honestly, if you take more than like 20 seconds, I might as well just like quit speedrunning.
Yeah, there's no reason to keep. Just uninstall the game, give up.
I'll just like go play fucking normal video games.
So this enemy is a god and doesn't take damage from your hammer. So you can use her to help you bounce up this little hole that he made in the wall and get an item that you're not supposed to get until chapter 7. And
See,
this and a couple other tricks lets us skip chapter. Dude,
see, there you go. Easy.
easy trick.
See, it's easy
No
trick.
problem.
That
Easy.
that definitely wasn't the hardest trick in the speedrun that usually costs you like minutes.
Yeah, he didn't just get that first try. I mean, it's way too easy.
Yeah, not at all.
But yeah, no, really, that trick is so dumb. The enemy just never behaves and does whatever she wants.
Alright, so while we're going through this area and collecting all the items, let's just talk about that and how dumb that actually is.
Oh my god.
So yeah, the orange maid, Mikan. Hold on, let me get
Shout
the
out
sip
to
first.
Mikan.
Okay, there we go. So the orange maid, we nicknamed her Mikan. Well, first off, you have to put a hole in at the very beginning so you can go up the hole, but you have to do that before you have air dash, because that hole doesn't open if you have slippers, sliding powder, air jump, and air dash, I believe, are the 4 items.
I think it's just air jump. You can turn off air jump and break it.
Well, yeah, you can turn it off now, but if you have all 4 of those items on at the same time, then that hole will not open for reasons.
Yeah, so when you first enter this area, you break that ceiling open and then you go get air jump and you take Mikan over there and smack her a few times until she gets right under that hole and hope she does a high jump and
Yeah.
use Bunny Roll to get a really high bounce up there. But it sounds really easy, but it's not because she doesn't behave ever.
Yeah, you have to position her properly so that because she can do 2 attacks, she can do a small jump forward or a high jump backward. Technically it's possible to do the trick with both jumps, but the high jump backwards is a lot easier, so that's what you want. And we also need a lot of items to do the trick. That's the whole reason we went into the shop and upgraded wall jump earlier. You could barely see it. But if we don't have wall jump level 2, then we can't do the 2 wall jumps up at the top to progress.
Also right there, he just skipped Sharo, a boss, just zipping through that wall. Well, yeah, zip through the wall there and walk back. Triggers the boss fight, but you don't actually have to fight her. Just walk through her room and you're good.
Thank God you said it, because I totally forgot. Sharo skip is just like so natural to us, because like no matter what category, you're gonna want air jump and you're gonna skip Sharo.
Yeah, poor Sharo. Never fight her.
Yeah. Just 0% you would go to fight Sharo. No, I don't know. Yeah, fun tidbit about this game, you can beat this game in 0%, and that's developer intended.
You don't need a single item to beat this game. You don't even need a ribbon to beat this game, right?
Yeah, but that's the Cosmo special. No one else is pacifist but me. I'm glad I can get this first try now.
I love this clip right here. It looks so cool. It feels so satisfying to get it one try.
Yeah, platforms are just an illusion, honestly. Moving
Yeah,
on.
so there are certain platforms in this game that you can clip through. Semi-solids. I don't really know how to explain what you just did there. I know how to do it, but it's hard to explain. But basically, if you do a down drill on the first frame of a jump, like a really low jump, then it'll just clip you through it.
Yeah, that's good
Pretty
enough.
decent.
The long explanation is really long.
Also nice getting frame cancel after Ashley.
Yeah, I decided like I was gonna forget it afterwards, so I might as well just pick it up before.
Also, this is Ashley 2, another terrible boss because, you know, randomness.
Dude, I love frame cancel.
Nice.
Ashby 2 is a lot less worse than Ashby 1, I would say.
Yeah,
There's some strats you can use just like mitigate her randomness as much as possible. Like her first attack is kind of random, but her second attack, if you do the fight well, it was pretty much always going to be that jumping attack, which is a fantastic attack to use the Cocoa Bomb on. Oh yeah, we should talk about the Cocoa Bomb, I kind of forgot.
right, yeah, the Cocoa Bomb is basically, it's a crazy good explosive that Coco sells you. It costs 6,000 EN. Also, EN is a currency in this game. But you can use it to deal a ton of damage to enemies. One in particular that you'll see later.
Alright, here's Saya.
And here is, yeah, Saya.
You're gonna forget about this fight right after you see it.
I don't even know what you're doing. You're swinging air, man. Wasting a ton of time, really.
That's fine. Oh damn, she jumped up.
Ah, unfortunate.
Yeah, Saya's a tough fight. Just get her cut in. Here's Rainbow Egg. Oh, I will absolutely bait you at every possible opportunity. Doesn't matter if it's 5 AM, 5 PM. Saya isn't real.
Poor Saya.
Maybe one day. Oh yeah, Rainbow Egg, we're done.
Right, yeah. Finish. Runned over.
We didn't actually finish, please don't stop the timer. That's I guess, well, we're going into like a really long item collection segment, so we might as well just talk about like randomizers since we brought it up.
Right, yeah. So this game is pretty cool. Custom maps, and there's this big thing that the great guy over here, Wacko, created the randomizer, and it's a really fun mode. All the items are randomized. You can randomize the backgrounds, randomize the music. Sometimes you get a ton of wacky combinations.
Yeah, randomizer is stupid fun. I like it a lot. The goal in randomizer is to get 5 rainbow Easter eggs, which gives you the rainbow egg. That's why I said we're done.
But the catch is it takes out most of the eggs in the game. Usually only leaves 5 to 7, and it puts them in really hard to reach places.
Yeah. Good fun. Family friendly
So-
fun.
A randomizer of this game can take anywhere from 30 minutes to a bit over 2 hours, depending on.
I've seen seeds go over 2 hours, yeah. Maybe one day we'll have a randomizer tournament.
Right, that would be great.
Hey, no more darkness.
Man, I like darkness though.
Yeah, you're finally
What
gonna
is
be
the light on?
Yeah, so now those screens that you saw or where you couldn't see anything, you're gonna be able to see something in them now. Which is kind of a shame because we're never going back over there. I'll just have to pretend you know what those rooms actually were.
Yeah, this whole segment right here is just a ton of item collecting.
Yeah, it's probably the longest item collection segment in the whole game. Well,
Not,
whole run, I mean.
not too much happening.
Thankfully it's nearly over. We're about to go fight the second cat. Coming up shortly.
All right, I completely forgot about that.
Yeah, because you don't do that route yet.
I don't do that, not yet. Soon.
Yeah, we can cut this section in half with a boss. Some routes do it, some don't. Usually it's slightly faster to do it. You can see some like the awesome properties of air dash because air dash is an attack. So we can just plow through enemies and they don't even bother us.
Yep.
On top of that, it is just ridiculously fast in general.
It's usually better to avoid trying to hit as many enemies as you can though, because it does slow you down just a little bit.
Yeah, thank God I checked over there.
Oh wow, she is over here, huh? She's never over here for me.
Dude, she is over to the left way too often.
Yeah, the spots that town members can be located in here is completely random, and they can really mess with you. You lose good 10-20 seconds just to bad RNG for that.
Yeah, I wish they weren't random.
Here's Chocolate, the older sister, 2 cats.
Is she older? I don't actually know.
I'm pretty sure Chocolate's older. Or, yeah?
I'll take your word for it.
No, actually, I'm doubting myself. No, I think she's younger. I don't know anymore.
Hey. That fight went pretty well.
Nice. She didn't jump away. And here's side chapter. When you get 6 town members, you get side chapter. And you fight 3 bosses. I think it's the first, I don't remember the other 2.
It's the first, the
Yes.
4th, and the 5th boss.
I was gonna say first, 3rd, and 4th.
I have a close.
Yeah, that was a pretty good side chapter.
We got someone in chat saying Chocolate is the older sister.
Alright, see, I was right.
I'll take your words for it. Reputable sources.
I know my bunny lore, okay?
I believe it. You probably know it more than I do. All I know is that there's a bunny and she can go fast.
Right. That's really all you need to know. Hey.
Yes, someone, what were you gonna say about that?
Wait, did you forget something?
I don't think so. No, I'm going back after.
Okay. I
Because
don't really know this.
this one is slightly different.
Okay. I was gonna say, what happened to the potato?
Yeah, the potato mine up is actually last in this route.
Okay. Just making sure.
Because we ended the warp point.
Guess I probably should have at least looked at this.
Nah, that's good. I'm here. I got magic. I know what I'm doing. Sometimes. Maybe. What game is this again?
Good question. It's late. I don't know what I'm doing anymore.
Damn. Alright, time for the second interesting Cocoa Bomb. You really
I
want,
think it's the funniest Cocoa Bomb.
yeah, you really want a Cocoa Bomb for this boss. At least in the easier modes. Oop.
Yep. On casual, this boss dies instantly from a Cocoa Bomb.
Is it just casual? I think it's a couple like lower difficulty game modes.
I've never played anything. I've only played casual, normal, and hell.
That's fair. I think it might work on Novus as well.
I might. So it's going down here into the volcano to get a few items. Most importantly, the fire orb. It's a pretty strong item.
Fire Orb is pretty crazy when you like level it up properly.
Yeah, level 3 fire orb is really good. It activates whenever you run out of SP, and it also has a couple of other effects outside of battle. Lets you break some walls sometimes when you don't really want them to, or when you don't want it to, but you know.
You usually want it to. But whatever, no, that's right. So we're gonna get a town member right now. Shit, Flo, do you remember her name?
I don't know what you're talking about. I know you're coming here to get some items. I'm getting hammer roll right here.
Yeah. Oh, there was a cutscene.
Was it? Is your game alright? What happened? What was that?
I don't know. Must have done something.
Huh.
Welcome to cyberbullying at 5 AM with Flu and Cosmo.
It's alright.
Saya is real and she kicked my ass in a Denny's parking lot at 3 AM.
Dang. That's brutal. How could she?
That's probably like the most legendary thing I've ever heard Stella say. That was a good amulet. A lot of money from it.
Yeah, money's pretty important in this route. You need to buy a bunch of items and bust from the town members later on.
Yeah, we're gonna be ending this run with not that much money left. Every single bit is precious.
You know, this is probably my favorite area in the game.
It is
I really like this place.
It is a very soothing area.
I like both of the ice, or I guess there's 3, but
Nah,
I know I like all of the ice levels in this game. But this and Icy Summit are really good. I like how they look.
yeah. Rainbow background. Very chill. It's a shame that the bosses aren't quite as good.
Yeah, the bosses are something else.
Don't get me wrong, I love bears, but
I think these bears have a little too much energy, if you ask me.
they do have quite a lot of energy. It's up to us to calm them down with a peaceful hammer.
Hammer of Justice.
It's just a rubber mallet. There's no actual hurting going on. Disclaimer, all that stuff. Rabi-Ribi is a peaceful game.
We're not really hurting the enemy. We're just convincing them to work with us. We need to save our master's sister.
Yeah, if you see an enemy fall off the screen, then you can just know, like, we've just like peacefully negotiated with them, and they've agreed to, you know, just leave.
Right, so here's bounce.
Good RNG, please. Yes.
Yeah, this boss can really mess you up. If she has an attack where she'll jump up in the air and stay there for a good 15 seconds, and it's really annoying to damage her through that.
Thankfully, we had good RNG there, and she gave us a nice attack where she stayed on the ground and we can just slam her in the face. With our nice rubber mallet, it's negotiations.
She sits there and listens to us, convince her to work with us.
Yeah. That's all that happened, and if you saw anything else, I can't help you, my friend. Time to not drown.
Yeah. After he beat Nieve, which was the bear before, he picked up the water orb, which is a great item because normally you go into water without the water orb, you move incredibly slow.
You can see how fast I'm moving right now and how high I'm jumping. Like, imagine all of that reduced by like 5 times. It's terrible.
Yeah. Water movement when you have water orb is really fun, actually. I like it.
Yeah. Jump higher, go faster.
Going up into the water tower.
Trying to get this zip.
I wonder, will you find 2 eggs here?
No, this isn't randomizer. We're good. That zip took a while. Not so proud.
Underwater zips are pretty weird.
Yeah, Wonderware does have slightly different physics, which means that zips are a little bit weird. We didn't actually explain like slide jump zips, did we?
No, we did not. Great commentary.
I guess I'll try. Slide jump zips are essentially you can get your hitbox kind of like, well, when you're sliding, your hitbox is at the very tip of your feet, so that you can like properly damage enemies and stuff like that. Because you can slide into enemies and like you have knockback from that. And when you
like
stand,
oh, go ahead.
yeah, when you stand back up, then your hitbox has to go back to its normal position. And if you do that like at the perfect position under like a ceiling, your hitbox is going to move into the ceiling and you can actually zip from that.
Yeah, the way the game handles that is oh, you're inside of a wall, let's push you right until you're not inside of a wall anymore. And sometimes it'll push you really far.
Yeah.
Pretty powerful glitch. Lets you
Yeah,
get into a lot of places you shouldn't get to.
yeah, we get to
So
skip a lot of bosses with that. Like, you didn't see her, but I actually just skipped a boss right there.
Yep. That zip is actually really, really easy to get. I think it's that's the easiest zip in this route or the category, I think.
I want to say it's the
Right.
easiest zip, but I've been failing it so much recently that I can't say it anymore.
Yeah, I had one time where I could never get it. Like, I would just sit there forever trying to get it. But usually,
Yeah, usually it's really easy. You just like
yeah,
slide and hold jump, and it's like there's no timing involved, pretty much.
yeah, most, like, for all of the zips, you have to kind of get a feel of how you want to do it. Like, position yourself right, time your jump and everything. But that one, you can kind of just jump right at that wall and it'll push you through.
Shooting zip is pretty easy. It's definitely the easiest out of all the zips.
Yeah.
Speaking of zips, let's go do another one.
Right. So remember that boss Kotri that we fought twice already? We won't be fighting her a third time.
You know, you thought we were gonna say we're gonna go fight her a third time, but you were wrong. Surprise. We have power now.
Yeah, no. But like I said, that zip can be weird sometimes.
Miss.
Yeah, and this boss you can either do the zip twice or do the zip once and trigger the fight and then save and load to get rid of her so you can just advance.
I much prefer the save and load method.
Yeah, saving and loading is the easiest thing to do. Speaking of cool zips, here's another couple big ones coming up.
Yeah, 2 quick ones.
2 quick ones.
The double. Street Swing
So he
Gold is
gets-
never gonna get old.
Gets into the base, the UPRPRC base. There's 3 mini bosses here, the robots, but we only fight 2 because we take a special exit out of here.
It's actually probably like one of the most important zips.
Yeah, this was the other trick that lets us. This and Cyberflower early completely skips over chapter 7
And chapter 8.
and chapter 8. Oh, I didn't know you can do it like that. The zip
Yeah.
right there.
There's a 4 tile and there's a 3 tile.
This little trick right here is kind of scary because if you're too far forward, you can fall into the room ahead and you have to reload because you just get stuck there.
Yeah, what we want to do there is just do another zip. Just a basic slide zip. If you end your slide at the very beginning of a slide corridor, you can actually just zip right there.
Yeah, so it lets us get this cutscene right here, which you're not supposed to get until much later, and it puts Irisu in the library, which is the final area of the game.
Yeah, essentially we just like told the game, yeah, we're actually just triggered a cutscene in chapter 8, could you open up the final area for us? And the game said, yeah, sure. Sadly, we cannot go and beat the final boss right away because there are some other requirements we do have to meet.
Yeah, you have to have every town member recruited.
And well, you know, this is a 100% run. We do want all the items.
You need every single one of them. And there's 2 items that you can get only after beating the very last boss.
Yeah, sadly. It'd be cool if we could get them before, but nope.
There's absolutely no way to get in that area.
Alright, it's time.
And coming up is a really cool skip.
Yeah, I messed up. Okay, I'm gonna start it over.
Yeah, so basically what he's doing here is he wants to jump over the boss trigger so he doesn't actually have to fight the boss, and he walks into the next room and it's kind of like before where he with Kotri, how he saved and loaded and he just exited the area and the boss was recruited. It was like that. So he goes over the trigger and comes in the next room, enters a different room, and the boss is recruited. And with this one, it actually recruits both of the bears because after you fight the first one, she doesn't join you until you beat her sister.
So what actually happened while to skip the boss? It's kind of complicated, but there's actually like an invisible wall I was wall jumping off. And well, yeah, the short explanation. Essentially, when it used to be glitched, it's now patched, but you can still get it in the game with a nice little option the developer left for us, so we can have access to most of the glitches still. You can actually, after you reload your autosave, if you're in the air, you're still going to have your double jump. And so that's what we're doing, we're just going to the autosave, we're double jumping, and then we're going away. And then we're
Yeah,
just doing that to climb.
jump off of that invisible wall until you get enough height to jump over the boss trigger.
I forgot to buy an attack up here. Alright, Nieve, please be close. Nieve. Nieve. Oh, that's not too bad.
Nieve is always on the opposite side of town from me.
Dude. When I was-
Always on the right side.
When I was doing my practice run earlier, I came out of the shop and she was right in front of me.
Wow. So this fight's a bit different. She has that endurance buff that you see right there. So normally she's not supposed to take any damage from you, and she just loses health over time. But if you buy Nieve's buff, which is give defense down, and you give that to her, you can hit her through endurance and she takes damage, and it makes the fight go much faster.
Yeah, so normally you would just have to like, well, endure through this fight.
Yeah, just sit here and try not to get hit, but that's slow.
Yeah, screw that. Who needs auto scrollers nowadays?
Auto scrollers. Speaking of an auto scroller,
Oh yeah, fuck. I should
here's
have
a
said
good
that.
one right here. So yeah, coming up is the probably the best fight in the game.
Yeah, you're not biased at all.
You know, so yeah, he skips over Lilith, which is the boss coming up. Normally you have to fight her twice, once on the ground and once in the air in this auto scroller. But there's a little area of that wall up there that you saw him jump through. There's just nothing there. So if you can get up there, you go right through it, and you can just jump over her first fight and come into the auto scroller for a second phase.
The first time I found that, I seriously thought it was just like a secret area. Nope.
Yeah, it's just not there. It's almost like it was meant to be there. Just like, oh hey, here, if you can do this, you don't have to fight her.
Yeah. Sometimes there's just weird decisions for this game.
Yep. But you know, hey, bunnies.
Love bunnies.
So you'll notice he still has the defense down buff on him, so it makes this boss, well, you know, this boss takes about 3 seconds to kill. Also, another interesting thing about being in the air like this, the magic he's using is called Sunny Beam, and when he charges it all the way, you'll notice how when he shoots it, it kind of goes across the whole screen. And when you're really, really close to a boss, all of those little shots that he shoots out will hit the boss, and each one will do damage to the enemy.
Only in the air, sadly. If it wasn't just
Yeah.
in the air, it would do so much damage in the ground.
Yeah, it only works like that in the air.
And you're only in the air for like what, 2 bosses?
2 bosses.
That's fine, I'll take it.
And there's also a glitch where, what does it do? Does it
It
do
doubles your
double
shot.
the amount of hits?
It doubles your
Yes.
shots, yeah.
Yeah. So watch when she comes up, you'll see if he gets it or not, because it just does a lot more damage. But unfortunately, there's no way to control it, not to my knowledge at least.
But it should be kind of controllable, but not really. Yeah, so that was Lilith.
Yeah, there she goes. We'll be seeing her later on in the run.
You sad now?
You know, every time I do that fight, I just why she's there for like 10 seconds, and it's unfortunate, really.
I agree. It's a shame.
You can just zip to this boss right here, skip through most of the pyramid. Of course, he has to go back through it anyway to get the items, but this is the fastest way to get through it.
Pandora's a pretty easy boss, so I don't need to worry about anything.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to mess her up, I think.
Alright, time to explore this area backwards.
Yeah, this is the last of the pyramid, the very bottom. But since we zipped to Pandora, he's gonna go backwards and collect everything that he missed earlier.
This is the last area before the end of the main game, actually. We're gonna be going on the post game pretty soon.
Yep.
We also got a pretty interesting zip coming up.
Right, the armored zip.
Armored zip. It's the only one of its kind in the game.
Right, so coming up, he wants to. These lasers in these rooms, when they see you, they'll shoot beams at you and attack you. And if you jump and hold forward at the right time when you get attacked, you just go right through that block, and it zips you into 2 rooms after it. Is it 2 or 3? I think it's like 3.
Maybe 3. I don't remember.
Yeah, it zips you pretty far ahead and saves you a lot of time, and it gives you the badge that's inside of that block. So it's a really interesting trick. It's the only one in the game like that.
I haven't gotten a single block clip this run.
I always love getting the one on the top of the pyramid, just springing out and landing on the block.
Yeah, that's great. That's definitely my favorite too. Alright, time to beat the final boss of the main game. We're not done yet. We still got a bit to go. I'm not that far underestimate.
Yeah. There's a pretty interesting trick coming up.
Oh god, no skip.
Yeah, that. How do you even explain that one? That's.
Listen,
I don't even.
here's what we're gonna do. You're gonna say, here's the first final boss, here's the third final boss, we're done.
Right.
You don't need to explain magic. To be fair, no escape is like the one trick in this game we don't have an explanation for yet. It just
It's
happens.
a very weird trick. And so here's Miru. You don't get to use Ribbon during this fight because, you know, she fell asleep over there.
Yeah,
She's tired.
She's just over there. Don't worry about her.
So you gotta just hit her with the hammer over and over again until Ribbon wakes up.
There's nothing else to do anyways, so.
And what he's doing right here, the item that he's using, that big attack, is with the super carrot. Normally when you use it, you're not allowed to use it again until that little bar above her head goes away. But if you emulate after using the super carrot, it recharges instantly, so you can just spam it as long as you have amulets. And here's Noah. You're gonna see he's gonna become a very big bunny. And dashing into a wall, and
There we go.
goodbye, Noah.
So that was the first final boss, and now we're on the third final boss.
We don't need final bosses.
Who needs final bosses in this game, honestly?
Yeah, basically. So when you become giant, your hitbox just gets really weird, and if you're in the air at the right time when you lose the buff, you can just clip into the ground. I don't understand it. And this is a really good fight.
Yeah, I got giant. Like that really happens.
Yeah, getting hit by giant in this fight is really good because giant also increases your attack by a lot. And she just stays in the same spot, so she doesn't move.
I'm tempted to go time that afterwards. That was probably a goal split.
So now we're in the post game, and he's gonna go fight a very tough boss. Well, used to be tough. She's still kind of hard, but
Not that much anymore. But still.
she can mess you up.
I mean, she will mess us up no matter what we do, but we just have to, like, deal with it. We gotta go fast, dude.
Right, so this boss has 5 lives, and you'll see her health bar drains really fast, and then she'll jump in the air, and you have to do an air phase, and taking advantage of the Sunny Beam again. He also bought 2 buffs from the town members. He has attack up and the defense down buff again.
I already messed everything up.
Oh no.
That's fine. Yeah, so
Oh yeah, so if you mess up and you don't drain her health down to 1 in time, you have to watch an attack. And you also notice how he's not attacking her because she has a buff called 99 Reflect, and whenever she has that, any attack that you do that does over 99 damage, it does that same exact damage to you. And you'll notice when he shoots her in the air, he's doing over 100, and it's hitting her a ton of times. So you can imagine that would drain your health really fast.
yeah, you definitely don't want to hit her while she has 99 Reflect on. You would just die. But we're gonna have to do that sometimes.
Yeah, so we just have to sit here watching her until that buff goes away.
Yeah. So here I just force myself down to 1 HP so that I can skip that attack, go straight up to the aerial phase.
Yeah, just heal midair so you don't have to do everything with the 1 health, because it's pretty easy to get hit when you're trying to do a ton of damage to her. Yeah, like right there, you see him taking just 300 damage, 700 damage.
All for the sake of skipping attacks, baby.
Yeah,
Go fast.
luckily that doesn't kill you, because if it did, that would be awful.
Yeah, you can't go under 1 HP from 99 Reflect. That was a pretty mediocre fight. Oh well.
Just that little mistake at the beginning. Well, not little, but you know,
Yeah, it happens.
at least you didn't die.
Yeah, there's always that. At least you didn't die and lose 3 minutes.
Right. Dying to that boss it's one of the worst bosses to die to.
Second worst.
Yeah, second worst.
They put the worst at the best place possible.
Of course, the very last.
It's time to go see some memories. To the Hall of Memories
So-
we go.
He's actually doing these two in reverse order. Normally, you're supposed to fight Rumi after doing this, but since we got into boss rush much earlier in the game, he had access to Rumi before this.
Yeah, that's why I didn't fight Rumi earlier. Rumi's the harder boss. Just trying to make a lot of money.
Yeah, this area, you really want to get a lot of money in here. This is very easy to make money in this area. Also, probably one of the most important tricks, the most important trick in the game is in this area.
Yeah,
See if we can get it.
I can feel the pressure right now.
It's fine, man. You got this. I believe.
I'm gonna have to focus, sorry guys.
Yeah, it's pretty intense trick. Messing it up, it'll ruin the run. He's gonna have to quit if he doesn't get it.
Yeah, honestly, the run is just invalidated otherwise.
But yeah, he wants to leave this area with a certain amount of money so he can afford everything at the end. The final shop.
You need to buy a lot of stuff at the very end. Guilt trip me into quitting.
Look, man, you can do this
Yeah, it's coming up.
very soon.
Alright.
I'll be quiet now.
Good luck,
Focus.
Lilith.
Got it. Nice.
Can chat
Right.
join me in saying good luck, Lilith, please?
That was good luck, Lilith. If you don't do that, then everything after this will go bad. You'll mess up the next boss fight, which is Miriam. She'll just instant kill you. You can't do anything about it.
It's a stupid thing the developer just put in the game.
I don't know. I think it's reasonable.
I agree. Let's farm some money real quick here. Should be good enough.
Yeah, this room right here is the best area to farm money in because there's a bunch of enemies right there, right next to the transition. So you just keep reloading the room.
Alright, we're finally reaching the end of this really long area. Hall of
Yeah.
Memories, I think, is by far the longest area in this game.
Yeah, you just go through a small portion of each map in the game.
Alright, here's Miriam.
Since he got good luck Lilith, he won't have any problems with her. She's actually very easy if you can get it. The interesting about Miriam is she uses the items that you have against you with different attacks. So if you do this fight in 0%, she will have the only item that she'll have to use against you is the amulet, which you're forced to get.
I believe that's correct, yeah.
because she'll try to pull out an item, but if you don't have it, she'll just kind of look in the air like, what's going on? And just try to go on to the next item. She cycles through each item in a specific pattern. But even with all the items, she's very easy to beat because she just stands still and doesn't do anything.
Yeah, 0% post-game bosses are kind of a joke, honestly. Alright, this is the last bit of item collection in the run. After that, we're gonna go fight the final boss.
He's got 2 more town members to recruit. Skip's one of them. The pretty cool trick.
Yeah, you don't get to see a lot of boss fights in this run. You can skip a whole lot of bosses in this game.
Yeah.
Which is great, because I'm not a big fan of bosses. I just like moving around fast. Except Lilith. I love fighting Lilith.
Right. I can see why. Yeah, let's come back to the forest and grab all items that he skipped earlier.
Or just could not get because of lack of items.
Yeah.
Or because there were still to grab at that point. A whole bunch of reasons.
Gonna be heading up into the night forest. There's a few more items up there and a couple bosses.
Alright, now we're entering Night Forest.
The reason why he didn't just go left right there is because if you go around from this little hole right here, you can skip this mini boss fight.
And first try every time.
But yeah, this trick, if you simply entering this fight from the left side, just lets you skip the fight.
And there's a lot of ways to enter the fight from the left side. Climbing up that hole is not as easy. It's not as hard as it seems.
Yeah, there's a couple. Most of the ways are random because they rely on those little enemies that were flying around the room. But the method he used is not random at all. You just have to time it properly. And here's Plurkwood, and you won't be seeing much of this place because you can skip it with a semi-solid clip because luckily there's one right here at the beginning.
If I can get it. There we go. I have to take off my Rabi slippers for this because Rabi slippers make you jump too high to do a semi-solid clip.
And he has to do a little trick right there because if you just walk straight into that room with spikes, you get stuck in there because it tries to trigger the boss fight and you have no way to get out. So you have to go over the boss trigger and enter the normal way.
Yeah. That's probably like the most recent big skip that was discovered. I remember that last been like a month this was discovered.
Yeah. Semi-solid clips are pretty powerful.
Even though we only used them twice in the run. Alright, time for the final trip to town. We got a whole lot of money.
You need to use every single bit of it.
lot of leftover actually. I could have farmed a little bit less.
Oh yeah, because you didn't use a donut arm room, huh?
Yeah. Whew, I managed to pick up Picket Bunny in the middle of that like mess of 10 members.
Oh man, wow, that's something.
Yeah.
Yeah, so when the town members are all bunched together like that, talking to them is actually kind of dangerous because there's a good chance that you won't talk to the one that you want to, and they'll just take your money and you'll be sad.
You'll be very sad. You're gonna have a buff you don't want.
So you have to buy 3 buffs and a Cocoa Bomb.
Yeah, I have a ton of money left over. I could have nearly bought an extra attack up.
9,000, wow. Yeah, that's quite a lot.
Yeah, so now we're just gonna rush straight to the final boss before these boss run out. We do have some items to pick up on the way.
Yeah, it's to collect the rest of the graveyard items, the upper graveyard.
If I do this fast enough, my boss would last until like most of the important parts of the final boss.
Yeah, the final boss has 4 different phases, but 3 of them are... The final phase is just an endurance phase, but the first 3 are what you really need to get right.
Alright, into the library we go. But first, a quick moment to enjoy Crisis Boost.
Crisis Boost.
Hey Flu,
Yeah.
what's the plural of Crisis Boost?
Crisis's boosts?
Are you sure?
Or is it crises? No, not crises boosts. No,
Sure.
that's a good question.
I really do wonder.
Crisis boosts?
There's a lot of possible answers. The only way to find out is if we ever pick up a second Crisis Boost.
Oh. Legendary second crisis boost.
Don't think we'll get it this run though.
Unfortunately not. Yeah, just going through the library, there's 2 badges inside the library that he needs to collect and 1 outside, but he can just carrot bomb a wall and grab it.
I'm also gonna try to like go to low damage, so specific, so I can use Crisis Boost actually.
Crisis boost is actually really good.
Yeah. It increases the glass cannon power even more.
Yeah, I think it's, what is it, like a 25% attack increase?
I don't know, it's,
But you have,
it's ridiculous.
yeah, you have to have a low health. I think it's like under 15% HP.
Under 20%, I believe.
20?
Yeah, it's still quite generous, but
Yeah, so it's good that there are a ton of spikes in here,
yeah.
so you can just run into them and take a ton of damage and be alright.
I'm actually
Because
a little bit too low right now.
81, huh?
Yeah,
Playing it risky, I see.
No, I'm gonna stop by the health pad a little bit. There we go.
So yeah, he did that badge glitch earlier on vanilla. This is the final boss, so you can just equip as many badges as you want right here, but he really only equips the ones that increases damage and equips bless, so his amulets use are less. He's got to use amulets a lot. This first attack, if she hits you with her amulets, you just get a ton of bad buffs on debuffs on you. You really don't want them.
Yeah, so we're gonna be using our amulets to skip through that. So that was the first phase of the boss.
Yeah, the first phase gets skipped really easily. You'll notice her health bar at the bottom. It's, I think, every 10 bars is a phase.
Yeah, so you can be like 30 to 20 is phase 1, 20 to 10 is the second one, and then 10 to 0 is the third one, and the fourth one is just an endurance phase. Whoa. If we
Using
don't,
an interesting strategy on the endurance phase to make it go by a bit faster.
yeah. but Irisu is a kind of a pain because on phase 1 and 3, if you don't skip her like on the very first attack, she's gonna like go through a whole bunch of attacks before you can like go to the next phase. She's on like cycles or something, and it's terrible.
Yeah, messing up her third phase is the absolute worst.
Yeah.
Like the only thing worse than messing up her third phase is like dying on the endurance phase.
There we go, got a whole lot of health left. We're going to the third phase.
So also on her third phase, it's really not important here because it goes away really fast, but she gets a buff called 300 Revenge, and if you do an attack that does over 300 damage, she gives you a debuff called Instant Death, and like the name suggests, you instantly die. If you get hit, you take 4,444 points of damage if you get hit with it on.
Yeah, but that's fine because we won't even let her a chance to attack, so we can't take damage. Well, if everything goes well anyways.
Yeah.
Chocolate
Don't
stay
let her
off.
touch you. So yeah, he needs to combo her quite a lot to get her under, I think, what is it, 1,000 HP? I think she,
1,000, yeah.
yeah, if he gets her under 1,000 HP, then before she tries to attack, then he skips the third phase and goes right into the endurance phase.
No big deal.
And like that, 1 HP.
Alright, well, time for the end of the run. And time for suicide strats. There's no, I'm sorry, there's no other way to say it. It's suicide strats.
Chaos Rod. So when he uses the Chaos, so Ribbon has, I guess we never explained boost attacks, huh?
Yeah, we did explain boost attacks.
Oh, right. So when he uses Chaos Rod boost attack, it inflicts curse on the enemy, and whenever you take damage, whenever you take damage, the enemy also takes damage. So she's taking 666 points of damage, and so you're just gonna see him hit himself quite a lot.
Yeah, there's no other way to hit her during this phase, so this is the best way to speed it up.
She's stuck in the background, so her health just drains while you have to survive through this.
Another aspect is the Romy Donuts. They recharge your boost meter, so we can use the boost quite a lot. And so we're going to be just going risky, going all in.
Yeah, this can be pretty dangerous if you have too low health, because you can be like me and not pay attention and notice you have 1 health left.
Yeah, the good old 1 HP strats. Nothing like
Right.
it. Go big or go home, they say. I'm going big and I'm going home.
You have crisis boost on for a reason.
Yep. It's not actually doing anything at this point, but looking at my timer, this is gonna be a really good time actually.
Hello, yes, runner, your health is looking a little low. You might want to heal.
I don't care. Alright, well, time for the final credits, and we're going to pick up the last 2 items. Time is going to end as soon as I finish the pickup cutscene for the second of the 2 items I'm about to pick up.
Oh, this is a really good time.
Yeah, this is probably world record.
What's your best time? A 1:30:50 something?
1:30:40, I think.
1:30:40? Yeah. Yeah, this will be better than that.
So time is right now. And yeah, that's probably world record by like 20 seconds.
Yeah.
Right, that's a 1:30:18. So
Yep.
Yeah.
well record by the sounds of it. Congrats.
I don't actually know
Nice.
how much it is by, but it's a world record for sure.
Nice, congrats.
Well, I mean, at this point, world record is pretty easy. This category is sadly a little bit under-optimized. There's pretty much just me and Floob that run it at this point. This isn't a cry for help at all. Please don't run this category. Please
Yeah.
run this category, I beg of you. Nah, seriously,
You know.
this game is really cool and the speedrun is really cool. And
Yeah, it's a really good game. I'd recommend it to pretty much anyone. It's really good.
yeah, would recommend it casually. Would recommend it for any speedrunners out there looking for a cool game to play. But yeah, I think that's about it for us. Thanks, Degen Dash, for letting me show off this cool run.
Thanks everyone for tuning in.
Yeah, thanks for playing. And we're off. Alright.
Alright.
Thanks, boys. It's actually, I think it's actually like a 1:30:23 or something like that, like five more seconds or something like that.
No, I had
Oh.
my timer going on.
Oh, okay, cool.
It's 1:30:17 or so, I think.
Cool.